Amy was a rising star at American Express. Through the years, she excelled at her job and was promoted time and time again until she was in a senior director role. After some time in this position, she began to feel like something was missing in her life, but she wasn't quite sure what it was. She described it as simultaneously feeling that she had reached a plateau while also being overwhelmed by all the pressures and deadlines of her leadership role. She felt like she was no longer prioritizing what mattered most, and it seemed like she was always in reaction mode. Amy was in her 40s, so for a while she brushed this feeling off as a normal development for her age. Her initial response was to work harder and put more effort into the seemingly endless list of projects at work. She thought that if she focused, worked harder, and finished some of the big projects, it would solve the problem. However, weeks turned into months and nothing changed. Her attention would drift, and her energy would wane as each day wore on. Even though she worked harder, she felt less productive, and the pile of tasks didn't seem to get any smaller. Her supervisor, a senior leader, commented that it seemed like Amy's attitude and demeanor had shifted, as well as her productivity. This conversation with her boss only contributed to Amy's feelings of being overwhelmed and frustrated. It wasn't just work, either. She felt like her relationships with her husband, daughter, and even some of her friends were slipping as well. She now understood what it meant to bring work home after a long day. She had a daughter who was born with a challenging disease, and Amy felt like she wasn't giving her daughter the time she deserved. As if the frustrations in her work and home life weren't enough, she also felt like she didn't have time to take care of herself. For example, she wasn't exercising or sleeping like she had in previous years. Amy used words like overwhelmed, frustrated, and in a rut to describe her feelings. How did this happen? How did this rising star get to a place where she felt this way? Maybe you can relate because you've felt like Amy at some point. Amy wasn't the type of person to roll over and give up. She was committed to getting things back on track. However, she quickly discovered that there was a lot of noise in the world when it came to productivity, work-life balance, and time management. Amy read various books and listened to different podcasts looking for solutions. Through the subsequent months, she tried a lot of ideas that she picked up from multiple sources. She found advice like prioritizing tasks with ABC, time blocking, and identifying 3 big daily priorities and focusing on those first thing in the morning. These were all good tips, but none solved the fundamental problem. The most important things still weren't happening. Her life remained out of balance, and Amy could not escape this productivity rut. She was searching for a structured program and tools to help her be meaningfully productive, regain her life balance, and get her internal fire back.